Okay, sorry, who submitted this? Just want to make sure I'm talking to the right person here. Gaston. Okay, we're gonna go on mobile just because it's likely that the site is doing paid traffic and a lot of it's gonna be mobile. Okay, so I'm gonna go really fast, and obviously if Wyatt or anyone else that can speak on the call, feel free to ask any questions or chime in as you see fit. Okay, so the first thing I'll say, just as an overarching thing for all e-com brands here, we always like to say to our customers, just be as clear as possible when you're welcoming a customer to the site. I think one thing that tends to happen in this, era of D2C and e-com brands is the direction of the homepage and that landing page, wherever you're driving them, is so focused on the ad, it almost forgets to communicate about the brand and what's actually like that trust building that's going to happen. I think they build out that funnel of getting them to the site, and then they're just like, okay, well, I'm assuming they read everything on that ad, so I can skip it all when they get to the homepage. And that's just generally not the case. Like, think about how people are scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, their social media platforms. They're moving so fast. The odds that they read every word on your ad or fully understand what you do when they land here is just kind of low. So like, yes, it's great to like have it as the step 2 in that ad click, right? Like the ad is step 1 in communication and the site is step 2 of communicating what you were trying to communicate. But it can't be so pared down and simple that it just loses all ability to communicate. So like in this case, body care hacks for lazy people. Great like marketing tag, but I have no clue what the hell you sell. Not like, is it swimsuits? Do you sell pool tile? Do you sell cactuses? Do you sell hair products? Obviously, as you scroll down, I'm going to learn that. But this piece right here, this section of your site is the only section that every single user that lands on this page sees, right? As you scroll down here and scroll, your heat map's going to be like a gradient, right? It's going to be 100% see that first section, 90, 80, 70, 60. And as you get further down the page, less and less people see it. So that first section needs to communicate as clearly as possible. It needs to say, have the marketing tag, but have a subheading that says, here's what we're actually selling. Have this button really accessible. Have it even talk about what you sell. So you can use the button as your subheading, right? Like shop, whatever the category would be in this, like shaving products or shop skincare products, whatever that product is that you're selling, just communicate a little bit more clearly about it. I'm going to move down here. Let's go to a product page here, and then we'll move on to another one. Hanni water bomb. I think this is an interesting piece that applies to a lot of brands. So there's obviously like the branded side of things, right? Like when you imagine these Hanni products, if they were all lined up on the shelf on a retail store and having these like really nice branded, short, simple names, right? Water bomb. But if you just imagine, again, a user comes to the site, they maybe don't get all the information when they first land there, right? They see a nice bottle spray thing and it says water bomb. If I just walk down the street right now and just said to 10 random people, what's water bomb? I'm going to get 10 different answers and I'm going to get a lot of confused faces. And so when you think about naming products, that's one thing, right? There's one thing that is how the brand looks on a bottle, on a label. But when it comes to your digital experience, it needs to be really clear, right? There's no, section heading like in Target where it's telling you you're in hair care or in skincare. So even though it may seem really clear to you and your team, just add those little details in here to tell them what the hell this is for, right? Like this could, again, I'm taking the approach of a user who's just learned about this brand. I just landed here. I still don't know what this product is. We've been on this site for 5 minutes. Yes, I haven't scrolled, but again, users are coming to this from an ad. You have a very little amount of their time. I apologize. The site speed conversation that was happening, like you have such a little amount of their attention, and that's why site speed becomes so important. It's not necessarily about the users not seeing it load really fast. They just don't have a long attention span. And so you have to communicate really quickly. And so it could be as simple as just adding like a category tag here of like, you know, whatever it is, skin softening spray, or like what, I'm just making things up, but like whatever that actual category is that's going to communicate a little bit more to them about what this product does, I think would be really helpful. And then in here, just a small thing, communicate as much as you need to communicate to get the user buy-in and communicate that. But like things like ingredient lists, anything that's like a disclaimer or something that they can learn after they purchased or when they're using the product, for instance, like how to use, right? People always put how to use sometimes above that add to cart. Always try and separate information into things they need to know before they buy and things they need to know after they buy, right? The actual application of this product, I don't need to know how to use it on my body until I own it, right? It's great information that should probably be further down the page, but it's not so critical that it needs to push this add to cart button further down, right? Okay, I'm gonna move on to another one if that's okay. You're on mute, Wyatt.
One more out. We'll do a quick presentation today. We want to get to as many of these sites as possible. The big thing here is to work through all these sites and talk about site speed and obviously CRO. So great having you, Shaun.